Tonight I've got a story for you, Jacob. This is a book that you've requested. So it's a Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Double Down. October, Wednesday. My parents are always saying the world doesn't revolve around me, but sometimes I wonder if it actually does. When I was a little kid, I saw this movie about a man whose whole life is secretly being filmed for a TV show. This guy is famous all over the world and he doesn't even know it. Well, ever since I saw that movie, I've kind of figured the same thing is probably happening to me. At first, I was annoyed at my life being broadcast without my permission, but then I realised that if millions of people are tuning in every day to see what I'm up to, that's actually kind of cool. Sometimes I worry that my life is too boring to be on television, so I try to do something entertaining every now and then to give the people watching at home a really good chuckle. The other thing I do is send my audience a little signal to let them know that I'm in on the secret. If my life's a TV show, then there's got to be commercial breaks. I figure they must run the ads when I'm in the bathroom, so I always make a big entrance after I finish up in there. But sometimes I wonder how much of my life is real and how much of it is rigged, because half the things that happen to me are ridiculous. I wonder if someone else is actually pulling the strings. If it's all fake, the least the people in charge can do is give me some juicier storylines to work with. So how about Greg gets a girlfriend, or Greg gets a motorcycle, or Greg gets a girlfriend and a motorcycle? Every once in a while I wonder if the people in my life are who they seem to be, or if they're really just actors. If they're actors, I hope the kid who's playing my friend Rowley gets an award, because he's doing a great job at pretending to be a doofus. And if my brother Roderick is actually just some kind of guy that's being paid to act like a jerk, then that makes me see him in a whole new light. Who knows, maybe he's a nice guy in real life, and one day we'll be really good friends. But if my parents are actors, then that's just wrong. I've made a lot of Mother's and Father's Day cards over the years. If this is all a sham, then I deserve to get paid for my time and for my effort. And speaking of getting paid, I bet my real parents are set for life thanks to me. But I'm doing everything I can to make sure I can cash in later. On most TV shows, the main character has a catchphrase that they say at least once per episode. So I've come up with a catchphrase of my own, and I'll drop it into the conversation every once in a while. Well, bite my biscuits. That was his catchphrase. Later on, I'm going to slap my catchphrase on every piece of merch that I can think of and wait for the money to start rolling in. He puts it on things like baseball caps, t-shirts, biscuits, mugs, all that sort of stuff. I'll guarantee this though, I'm not going to end up as one of those washed up celebrities who sells pictures at autograph conventions just to make a cheap buck. The one thing I've learned about television is that sooner or later every show gets cancelled, but in the last season they usually introduce a new pet or a cute kid to bump up the ratings. So when my little brother Manny was born, I figured they were trying to replace me as the star of the show with a fresh new face. The thing I couldn't figure out though was how a newborn baby could be an actor. I thought that maybe Manny was a puppet being controlled by an adult who was hidden from view. I never found any evidence that this was true, but that didn't stop me from checking every once in a while just to make sure. As Manny got older, it was pretty clear that he was getting around on his own, so then I wondered if he was actually a super high-tech wind-up toy or even some kind of robot. Then I thought that maybe everybody around me was a robot and I was the only actual human being in the family. Robots need electricity for power, so that would explain why we have 2 or 3 outlets in every room of the house. It would also explain some of the things in my parents say when they think I'm not listening. Maybe we should go away for the weekend and recharge our batteries. If robots use batteries, it explains why we have so many of them in the plastic bin in the laundry room. I'm not exactly sure where the batteries go, but I do have a few guesses. I figured the only way to find out if my family members were robots were to see if I could get one of them to short circuit. But either Dad's a waterproof model or he's just a regular human with no sense of humour. That's when Greg then squirted him with the hose pipe. That incident got me grounded for a week. The people watching my show probably had a really good laugh, and I'm sure the ratings were in the toilet for a while after that though. I guess there's a chance that I'm just an ordinary kid living a normal life, and I'm not the star of some TV show, but there could still be someone out there watching. With all the planets in the universe, there's got to be intelligent life out there somewhere. Some people say that if aliens were real UFOs, would be zipping around our skies all the time. But I figure aliens are smart and they're just keeping a low profile until the time is right to invade. They're probably spying on us at this very second, gathering information about the way we live our lives. My bet is that house fires are actually like little drones that the aliens use to beam images back to their ships, because if you've ever seen a picture of a fly up close, it's pretty obvious their eyes are actually high-tech cameras. That's the first part of the Diary of the Wimpy Kid Double Down for you, Jacob. Bethany, I know you like these books as well, so I hope you enjoy it too. Have a good night. I'm sorry I can't be with you, but I am looking forward to seeing you soon, and I do think of you an awful lot. Love you both. Night night.